What's up, freaks and geeks? Welcome to Battle Axe Entertainment, and today we're going to review the Terrifier. Man, I haven't done a movie review in a long time, so I feel a little rusty, so bear with me. I'm going to try to give you the goods as best as I can, and I'm just saying right now, it's a gore fest. So if you're not into gore, no, I'm just kidding. But anyway, this movie really is pretty gruesome. But I will say right off the bat, I love this movie. I know a lot of top tier horror fans out there might not like it as much, which is just fine. Everyone has their own opinion. They stick to it. That's cool. But me personally, I love this movie, and I love Art the Clown. And Art the Clown is the murderer of the movie, the antagonist, the bad guy, the villain, as you could say, however you want to put it. But Art the Clown is definitely, in my book, after the first movie, there's 2 movies out, technically 3. We'll get to that in a minute. But with his origin movie, or not origin movie, his original first Terrifier that we're talking about today, I think this movie cements him in the icons of horror, up there with Leatherface, Pennywise, Jason, Freddy, Michael. I think Art is a part of that clan now, and I'm about to explain why. Written and directed by Damien Leone in 2016. I remember watching this movie on Netflix for the first time. I was probably like 17. And it just blew me away, And the first 20 minutes of it, you get Art the Clown stalking these 2 girls. I don't want to go too far into it, but I will say this review does have spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, then... So Art the Clown is just a really scary MFer. I think, anyway. A lot of people think he's stupid, but I don't get that. I think he's terrifying. Hence the name of the movie. He's stalking these 2 girls. They have a flat tire. It's on Halloween, too. The movie takes place on Halloween. Art's stalking them all the way into a pizza shop where they go to try to sober up. They seem pretty sober to me already. I don't know. They try to go there to eat, sober up, whatever. He follows them into the pizza shop and just starts being weird, looking at him, smiling. And Art the Clown, he's got uglier teeth than I do, believe it or not. He's got this big old gaping mouth with black gums and these big monster teeth that are this long, like horse teeth, skinny, just monster teeth. I don't know how else to put it. Not necessarily Venom teeth. If Venom went to the dentist, that's what Art the Clown's teeth would look like. Anyway, he's just stalking them throughout the whole movie, and it gets to the point where they end up at this abandoned apartment building, I think it is. And there's a dude there exterminating. There's a weird crackhead lady there, and she's walking around with this plastic baby doll that she thinks is real. Art the Clown stalks them all the way to this apartment building. Now, before that happens, like I said, spoilers, he kills the dudes in the pizzeria in a pretty brutalistic fashion. He makes a pumpkin, like a jack-o'-lantern, out of one of the dudes' heads. And I was like, that's on some Michael Myers shit, excuse the language, but even to another level. I don't know if Michael's ever done that besides Halloween 2018. Anyway, before he does that, and Art the Clown, he's got his own personality. He's got his own aura. And I think that is why, like I mentioned earlier, he's cemented in my Mount Rushmore of horror, anyway, horror icon slashers. He really is just his own entity, He's not just like Michael. He's not just like Jason Voorhees. He is Art the Clown. And if you guys have seen something like him, then please show me. Comment down below. Give me a movie that's like the Terrifier. But when I hear people say the Terrifier sucked ass, this and that, I'm just like, well, what movie came out really that was like that? And don't get me wrong, there's millions of slasher movies out there, but this one, man, this one really grabs you by the nards and just starts to shake them. This clown literally smears poo-poo all over the bathroom wall in the pizzeria before he kills him. That's what he does. I have never seen that in any other movie ever. And I'm not saying I want to. That's not what I want my horror characters to do, is smear their poo everywhere. But that's what Art does. And he writes his name in his own dirt. He writes his name on the wall in his own dirt. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to get at is, whatever people say, in my eyes, Art is very unique. He's very nasty, really gruesome, totally sadistic. And the cool thing about this movie also is, like, we don't know what he is. He's obviously supernatural, okay? You know, there's plenty of times in this movie where he gets stabbed. I don't think he gets shot. Never mind. He gets beat up. He gets stabbed. You know, he gets knocked down. But he always just gets right back up, and he's always smiling. So I don't think he's in any pain. So I think he's definitely on the supernatural level. But back to the story, he basically stalks these two poor girls into this abandoned apartment building. One of them has to go in there to pee. She meets the weird exterminator guy. He takes her to the bathroom. She comes across the crackhead lady that I mentioned earlier, who walks around with a toy baby thinking it's real. And she uses the bathroom, and it's kind of like a maze. She can't find her way out, it seems like. Unless I'm wrong about that. I might be wrong about that. But to me, it felt like it's really put you in that situation. Like, when she walks out of the bathroom, it's almost like she's lost. And, you know, she comes across I think a weird cat. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but I just wanted to talk about it. She comes across Art the Clown, eventually, who had just killed her friend in the car. Or he didn't kill her. We don't see that he killed her, but obviously something happens, right? So we're at the second act of the movie now, and at this point, it's basically a chase scene. Like, it's Art the Clown versus Tara, our main character at the moment. And she has her friend who just got abducted, killed, whatever, in the car while she was waiting for Tara to use the bathroom in the apartment building. Now, like I said, the second act of the movie is like a big chase, and there's a lot of weird, scary things that happen. Like, there's one moment where Art the Clown comes out on this bicycle, and it looks like the tricycle that Billy the Puppet from Saw, the thing that he rides. It almost looks like that, but it doesn't have the two big wheels on the back. It's like a little bike with a chain on it and shit. And I just thought that was hilarious. Things like that, you know, we come across all these weird little moments that are just trippy, in my opinion. Very, very scary, I think. The first time I watched this movie, I was terrified. So now, earlier on, before all this happened, Tara had called her sister because, like I said, the girls got a flat tire. And, you know, they're too drunk to drive is what it was at first. They were too drunk to drive, so they went and ate pizza. They encountered Art. He slashed her tire. We never see that. It's never confirmed. But their tire is flattened the F down all the way. And they assumed that it was the clown because he had been stalking them previously, like Michael Myers on the street and stuff. Excuse me. But anyway, Tara had called her sister to come help out and give them a ride home. So she's on the way right now. Now, at this point, we find Tara tied down to a chair. And she is forced to watch her friend. No clothes on, hands tied behind her back, hung by her ankles. And all I'm going to say is Art the Clown takes a hacksaw and he just goes from there. I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to get in trouble or anything, but go watch the movie. And you know what I'm talking about, or you've already seen it and you know what I'm talking about. But like I said, it's gruesome. It's pretty painful to watch. It's one of those moments in a movie that I kind of feel like I need to fast forward just to 40 seconds or something, because that part's hard to watch, you know, it really is. I bet it's even worse to watch for women. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but you know. So basically, Tara's sister shows up, and Art the Clown has encountered Tara a couple times. They get in a fight here and there, and it's just like the chase continues throughout this abandoned apartment building, right? And then Art the Clown comes across the crackhead lady with the fake baby. And that's just a whole weird scene on its own. And then after that, Tara's sister shows up finally, and Art kills Tara. And it's pretty cool because he kills her with a pistol. And that's another thing that sets Art aside from all the rest of them. Is like, when have you ever seen Jason Voorhees or Freddy pull out a pistol? Ever. Never. Never, ever, ever, ever. And I thought that was a really cool, like, you know, most people are just like, oh, he's cheating. That's not a slasher move. I'm just like, dude, he's a killer. Like, if he has a gun and he knows how to use it, why the F wouldn't he use it? Why not, you know? That's another thing that I kind of liked about the movie. A lot of people hated that he pulls a gun out of his shoe. A lot of people don't like that. I liked it. I thought it was different. It was a different step in a direction of a slasher. So I thought it was really cool that he pulls out a gun. But yeah, he kills Tara, and her sister eventually shows up. And so the third act of the movie is basically the same as the second, but now it's Art chasing Tara's sister down. And, you know, a lot of things happen, a lot of scary moments, a lot of brutal moments happen. It's a big chase scene. The exterminator dude gets involved. He gets killed, spoilers. And then at the end of the movie, the police come, and Art actually sticks a gun in his mouth and blows his own brains out, essentially. Believe it or not, Vicky survives. And Vicky is Tara's sister. I don't think I mentioned her name earlier, but Vicky is Tara's sister. And she ends up surviving her big battle with Art the Clown. And I think at the end of the movie, before he puts the gun in his mouth and blows the back of his head out, I'm pretty sure he's eating her face off. Some crazy shit like that. Excuse the language. But it is crazy shit. And he's like eating her face off, and the cops come in, and he like looks at him, and he's smiling like he always is, and bam! And then they notice that Vicky's still alive. And at the end of this movie, we're at the morgue, and after the coroners leave and everything, dude at the morgue, or I don't know, I think I just named that wrong. Whatever. I don't know what positions they work in. Whatever. After the dude who works at the morgue is left by himself with all the victims and Art, all the lights start going crazy. The phone starts ringing. The radio starts spewing bullshit. And at that moment right there, you know that Art the Clown is not a human being. There's some kind of evil force behind him, especially after the fact he just blew the back of his skull out, and now he's back for more. Because the dude unzips the body bag, and he's like, let's see who the killer is, you know? And it's Art the Clown, and he's sitting there with his big nasty smile, just like always. So that leaves us on a cliffhanger, and that's the end of the movie. And that implies that we're going to get a second movie, which we did. If you're watching this now, we've already long been past the second movie. And I am going to do a review on Terrifier 2 probably later on this week or next week or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If I had to give a rating for this movie, I would give it a 10 out of 10. And a lot of people might come at me and say, you're stupid, you're not a real horror fan. How could you like this trash? It's torture porn, blah, 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 blah. I've heard it all before. I've seen it all before. And it's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it just like you're entitled to yours. But I love this movie. I don't like the torture porn aspects of it, but is it a torture porn movie? In my opinion, no. I don't think so. I think it's just a gruesome movie. But that's something we haven't seen in a while either, you know? When's the last time we've seen a movie like this? Really, comment down below and tell me. I'm open to ideas. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to change my rating on this movie if someone finds me a movie that's like it, that's better. That's not a Freddy, Jason, Michael, or Leatherface movie, or Saw, or something like that. Show me another slasher that is not cemented up there in the wall of fame with the rest of them that tops this one. Go ahead. I'll wait. I'll check the comments too, because I don't even have that many subscribers, so I'll see them. Don't you worry. But yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10, dude. I love the Terrifier. I love Art the Clown. And I'll see you guys later on this week with a Terrifier 2 review. And don't forget to check out Fuled When Faded. It's a podcast I'm a part of. Me and my one of my best friends, Doughboy Levi. Me and him do a podcast together, and we just talk about whatever. We talk about UFC. We talk about aliens. We talk about government. Talk about all sorts of crazy stuff. So go check that out. I'll put the link in the description down below. Also, go check out my GTA San Andreas series, which just has been completed not that long ago. I just started Vice City. If for any of you close followers out there that may be following the Max Payne series that I've been doing, it's gonna be a while before I finish that one. That game started pissing me off, and I don't know if you guys have ever played the original Max Payne on mobile, but man, it is a tough game on mobile. It's tough. Maybe just for me. Maybe I'm just stupid and I can't play it right. I don't know. Comment down below tricks and tips, you know. But yeah, go check out the rest of the channel. Go check out Fuled When Faded. And I'll see you guys next week on Battle Axe Entertainment. Peace out, freaks and geeks.